Hey everybody, it's time to swing with Still Swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got a story off TikTok. It's funny how I got this story, family. Look, some young ladies who from time to time ask my opinion on how I feel about certain situations. We got into an extreme back and forth over this post on from TikTok. All right. It says only black women in corporate story. Okay, listen. This young lady, she feel like was fired over racism. All right. And corporate America. And they was telling us, and these young ladies was trying to explain to me that this what black women go through in corporate America all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, fellas, listen, let me show y'all what our back and forth was all about and why I had to leave the conversation because these ladies ganged up and just start screaming. All right, but they was talking in their feelings when I'm trying to deal with the facts of the situation. So, look, follow the story, family, and let's break down what happened as we move along.
Story time of me working for Eben, New York as the only black person in corporate. Honestly, y'all, it took a lot out of me to even make this video. It's been 3 months since I left the job. They actually fired me. Wrongful termination, but we'll get to that. It has just been a very long journey. Eben, New York is a very popular beauty brand. They are very known for their 24-hour edge controls. I'll put it right here. And they're also very known for their wig sprays. So hairstylists, listen up, because a lot of you, even if you're not a hairstylist, if you're a black woman, black people in general, listen up, because I was treated so horribly, guys. Like, I would go to the bathroom every day at work and cry. It was to the point where I just couldn't take it anymore. That's how bad it was. So I initially seen a job posting on LinkedIn for being their content creator, basically like the face of the brand. Just do like a quick couple of videos for them. So the HR lady, the company's very small. If that, like, the company is like 80 people, whatever. So there was only one HR person at the time. And this lady, she reached out to me on LinkedIn and she was like, oh, can you come in for an interview? Like, we would love to talk to you. So I'm like, yeah, sure. So I go in there and she's just like telling me all about the brand. And I realized that she kept saying like, oh, we're trying to make it more diverse in the office. We're trying to make it, she just kept saying that. We're just trying to make it more diverse in the office. So I'm just looking around and I'm like, well, there are a lot of Korean people. How are you guys doing this? Like, what do you mean? There's no black people at all? So she's showing me like, oh, they have like in-house beauty hairstylers, nail techs, lash techs, whatever, and they test out the products. They're not on a corporate side though. I didn't know this. I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, so I see some black women in the office, cool.
Okay, they called her in for an interview without much formalities at all. Okay, and when she got there, they keep telling her they need to diversify the office. They need to diversify, and they hiring you right here on the spot without much hassle. They telling you they only brought you here because you're a black woman. So they telling you they need your complexion and not your help right off the rip. So you didn't think this was nothing else. Just no way you could have thought this could have been anything else, young lady. All right, you knew why you was there.
I'm looking around, it's just nothing but Korean people. That still didn't bother me because I still seen like some black women in the office. So I'm like, cool, it doesn't matter. So she seen my resume and she was like, how do you feel about actually working full-time as a marketer, social media marketer? And I'm just like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I could come into the office every day and, do marketing. That's what I went to school for, communications and marketing. So I took on a job, and the first day that I went to work, they were just basically showing me how to do stuff, what websites they use and things like that. So I'm already ready to make my first video, post it on TikTok, Instagram, whatever. Wow. I edited this video and I posted it right before I left. And I noticed that it was going viral within 3 hours. Like, as soon as I posted it, it was going up. So I'm like, I'm getting excited because I'm like, oh, this is my first day and I'm already, showing off, like doing my job. And I was looking at it all night. That's how excited I was. I kept scrolling, going on their page and looking at the video like I'm doing my big one. It was around 8 p.m. that I realized that the video was deleted. So I'm like, what's going on? I was reading the comments the whole time, y'all. Everyone was laughing at the video. They were saying whoever's on the marketing team needs a raise. They were saying all these positive things, right? So I go into work the next morning, and as I'm walking to my desk, I have to pass my supervisor's desk, and I have to pass another coworker that thought she was my supervisor. Let's get into that. We could get into that, but I'm gonna just keep going. So I'm going to my desk, and I see that my coworker is showing my supervisor the video that I posted on TikTok from the account or whatever. So I'm like, they're just like literally looking at it or whatever, like reading the comments. And
Fair use.
I'm like, hey, good morning. Yeah, why did the video delete? And all I know is that they looked at me and they were just like, there was too many negative comments. So then I go on the account and I, look at the comments. I'm like, there's no negative comments. Someone was saying like, oh, the person that posted it, like the marketing team, the company better be black owned or something like that, because the video was funny. It was about SZA, I think it was. Like, it was about a black person doing a wig. It was some creative thing that I did. It was just all jokes, and it was good for marketing. So I was like, there's no negative comments here. And I felt some type of way because I'm like, it was my first day. I made a video go viral. Y'all needed help going viral and keep marketing these products and stuff, and I'm over here doing it on the first day, and y'all trying to figure out one little thing. Y'all see one little comment that says something a little negative to y'all, and y'all want to delete it. That's not how this works. Like, yeah, we got to get some tough skin around here if y'all want to keep going up in this company. So
keep in mind, family, that's our first day. She dropped a video. Okay, she thought it was doing well. They took the video down, right? Okay, she got to the office. She want to know why they took the video down. Keep in mind, this is her first day. Already, she making the company go up. Okay, this video was doing great. She only seen one negative comment. It needed to be her way. She needed to be running stuff. This our first day. They took it down. She ain't like their reason for taking it down. Trust me, they was being racist. That's all to it. All right. And from that moment on, you couldn't tell her nothing. All right. She in her feelings already. Fellas, we seen this before. The minute she can't get her way, somebody done something to her. Because she don't like the reason. The reason is she thought it should have stayed up. She thought she making this company go viral. And it's only her first day. And you can't tell her nothing already.
Everyone was just in competition with me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was just like they were no longer trying to teach me anything. They were no longer First of all, I realized, let me just backtrack. Ever since that day, they had started speaking Korean the whole time in the office, in the marketing room. Korean. I had no conversation with them. They would speak to me whenever they told me to just do something. They would have meetings in full-blown Korean. Even the CEO would come in and speak in Korean. And nobody thought to even, look and be like, oh, let's just speak in English for now. We do have a black lady here that's just not Korean, and she doesn't know anything that we're saying. So I just started feeling uncomfortable. I'm like, there's no way that, everybody was speaking English in the beginning, the first day that I was there, being very nice. And now all of a sudden, everyone's just speaking Korean the whole time, giggling, looking at me, laughing about things. And I have no idea what any of them are saying. The next week.
Colleagues are competitors. They're not your damn friends, girl. See, that's what you ladies don't know. You embark on journeys in the world and don't understand that you in competition. No, those Korean ladies didn't like you there. Okay, no, they didn't like you there. We the only race of people that demand that people need of all other races of people need to like us instead of demanding that we need to like ourselves. All right, that's what need to happen. But anyway, listen, they Koreans. You got some Korean ladies in there who don't speak English, probably, and they not gonna adjust their world because she showed up. She need to learn how to speak Korean. She need to learn how to understand Korean if she gonna be here and she gonna thrive here and she gonna communicate with these ladies. They don't need to adjust to her. She need to do the adjusting. But she seemed to think she need to be able to come in here and have it her way. And if she can't have it her way, they racist. And if she can't have the corporate world the way she dreamed it up as everybody friends, no, they competitors and they trying to eat your lunch. You better get that through your mind, okay? And listen, I'm not saying that this not rooted in racism, fellas. All I'm saying is she ain't proved that to me. Not so far. Not just with what I heard so far, fellas. So far, I see some spoiled brat who feel entitled to a bunch of stuff that she ain't entitled to and knew the situation she was going in before she went in it.
Supervisors, my coworkers, no one in a marketing team is in the office. So I'm like, I know for sure the day before my supervisor was telling me like, oh, we're gonna go to New York to set up for this TV show that we're doing or whatever. So I'm like, I know they did not leave me in the office by myself while they're in New York. Like they went to the New York office. So I contacted my supervisor right away and he's like, oh yeah, we did leave you. He didn't really have anything to say. That's the thing that really got to me is because like he really just was like, oh yeah, we left you, just do some work, edit some videos or whatever. Like he didn't have no real reason to be leaving me. Like he just did not care. So I'm just like, I feel some type of way now because it's like y'all speaking Korean, y'all leaving me out of things. What, like, is this a team or not? So once I realized like they're separating me, I have coworkers that's talking to me any kind of way. The supervisor is just letting the coworkers talk to me any kind of way. I guess she thought that she was a supervisor, but we were literally on the same position. The first day, that was the only time she was nice to me.
I think she think like they supposed to be like her friends, her homies. No, they your competitors. And no, they don't want you around. And no, they don't want you to shine. All right, listen, that's the kind of world we live in. All right, it's called competition. All right, yeah, they're going to stand on your way. They're going to stand in your way. All right, they're going to step on your toes. All right, they're going to sucker punch you. All right, listen, that's how I go out here. All right, we men, we understand that and we accept it. You feel me? We can't jump on TikTok and start crying. All right, listen, let me explain to you a day in the life as a businessman, as a black man. All right, and see if you could get your head around this. All right, it's this building right here. It's for sale. He ain't doing nothing with it. All right, he got it moving slow. He's selling it though, and I know why. He ain't doing nothing with it. I know what it can be. I know what I could have it doing. All right, what he want for this building is reasonable. I want to give it to him and get this building. All right, listen. I have my secretary set up a meeting. Okay. And a tour for myself to take of the building. My secretary, who was a white lady, contacted the entity that's selling the building. The guy set up a meeting and a tour of the building with my secretary. He set the time. He set the date. I show up. I got my suit on. I'm ready for business. How you doing, sir? My name is Thomas. I'm interested in purchasing the building. Right off the top, the way he looking at me, he wasn't expecting me. Okay? 5 minutes later, the building's $75,000 more than it was just yesterday when she called and confirmed the meeting and the tour. The building's $75,000 more. Okay? Now, it was clear that I'm supposed to take a tour and have a meeting. No. No tour, no meeting. It was just for me to show up and set up a tour in the meeting when it's clearly was supposed to for me to have a tour of the building and a meeting. No. It ain't no gonna be no tour. He got rescheduled the tour in the meeting. Okay, I accept that and I leave. Okay, that's not my first time going through this. I understand what's going to happen and I know exactly what he's going to do. Okay. About 2 hours later, he contacts my secretary and tell her the building is no longer for sale. Okay, that man was desperate to sell that building. Trust me, I heard all about it. I did my investigation before I made my bid I was going to make my bid for the building. All right, I knew what kind of trouble he was in. He couldn't sell that building to me because I'm a black man. Listen, he'd rather let the bank take it before he sell it to me. Why? It ain't just him. All right, he got to explain that to all the people he run around with, why he sold that building to me. You see, he's going to have a problem with his people. You understand how they don't let people infiltrate? You understand how we let people infiltrate because we don't have that kind of unity and we don't rally around each other and support each other? You're busy trying to support what's right so people can support your feelings because you think just because you feel this way, that's what make it what it is. And since you feel this way and you got it in your mind, that's what make it what it is. You think that mean it's right. Nope. See, I can't come to social media and whine and complain because all that's going to do is cause a lot of smoke when I go try to buy the next building that I made a big scene over here. And do they really want to be dealing with me? And I come with this scene with me already. And no, I can't do that. I just got to put the H on my chest, say the hell with that building. It's a million buildings. I got to buy another one. You understand where I'm coming from, fellas? We can't just go to TikTok. And look, let me just give you a brief scenario of the kind of support she get just with this nonsense. Because, bro, she talking about they left her there and didn't take her to some whatever they was going to travel to some other. She don't speak Korean. She just gonna slow them down. They had to keep explaining stuff to her. Listen, bro, she looking for a problem. All right, she not getting what she want. And instead of leaving, she gonna stay here and make a problem. We know how this go, fellas. But let me show you the support she get with this.
I heard we boycotting Eben. I hope y'all just know after this boycott, y'all cannot keep using that product. Because if y'all know anything about corporate Korean, is that the motherfuckers are petty. When I mean petty, they are petty, downright petty, and do not care. They will literally do some foul shit in your face, smile at you, say they did it, and not care.
Yeah, because we are no longer funding racists, okay? So I'm still going to use those products. Me throwing it out is just for dramatic effect, but I will not be spending another penny on Eben products.
You know how many products you spend your money on for people who don't really mess with you like that? Maybe you think these Koreans are the only ones that you spend your money with who don't rock with you like that. Man, you can start with all of them, most of them. Okay, you gotta understand that you need to rock with you like that. All right, you need to get behind your men. All right, all this go on because y'all like to go believe in other men. Y'all don't want to believe in your own men. Y'all want to be independent of your men. Y'all want to be rebels instead of believing in your men and understanding that we need a community. And we can't have a community with a bunch of rebel ass women who individuals and hell bent on proving that they don't need men.
Literally on the same position. The first day, that was the only time she was nice to me. I guess once my video went viral, something switched. She was just like, oh, there's competition. I don't know, but I don't work like that. Like, if we're a team, we are a team. There's no reason for y'all to be like treating me any type of way. I'm new here, number one. I'm still trying to get the feel of things. I know I guess they felt intimidated. I don't know. But at that point, I just felt like, why am I in this office every day? Y'all are speaking Korean. Y'all don't want to speak to me at all. I'm at the lunch table trying to figure out where I'm going to go sit at, because the Korean culture, like, they all sit together. They talk. I sat with them like 1 or 2 days, the first 2 days. And
You got some idea that you should be able to make people go out of their way to accept you. All right. And if they ain't gonna go out of their way to accept you, you're gonna whine instead of just taking your ass where you accept it. No, you don't want to be where you accept it. All right, because you think you're better than the people who are your people. All right. You want to go somewhere where you think you can look down on your people. And that's why you always coming up a loser. All right. Listen, y'all need to get behind y'all men. All right. Instead of thinking y'all men need to get behind y'all. All right. We ain't getting behind y'all in these fights because we don't give a damn about none of this. And we knew good and well you knew the situation you was going to when you went into it. And now you whining like y'all always do. All right, with your feelings, and you go get your aunts and your cousins and you get them in their feelings and you rally up their support and all y'all start screaming and it ain't going to change shit. It ain't going to change nothing. It ain't going to make people who don't accept you start accepting you. All right, because they don't have to accept you because that's what you want and that will make you feel better. They know that. They don't care nothing about making you feel better. Okay, they care about production, the production of their people, like you should. You should care about production, the production of your people.
very uncomfortable about working there, but I'm still just like, I'm very new. Hopefully it'll change. I don't know. Like, I don't know what's going on. So I went to HR and I complained. Y'all know when people say like HR is not on your side, like HR is not your team, they're just here to protect the company. That's 100% true. In this case, I went to the HR lady and I was telling her, like, I feel very uncomfortable. There are incidents that's going on and I just feel like something has to be done, because this is not the way I know that, a corporate is supposed to be ran. And I'm not supposed to be getting treated like this. I'm a new employee. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And I still feel like I'm being left out. Why is that? So she's just like, oh, I understand. Like, I'll speak to the marketing team. I'll speak to your supervisor. I'll try to get them back on track and try to get them, to work with you. When I tell you guys, I worked since August. I was complaining all the way up until January about these things.
HR won't just agree with her. HR Korean too. HR don't want your ass there either. I don't know when y'all gonna get it. Fellas, I ain't saying this wasn't racism. I'm saying she knew it was going to be not so welcome environment before she came into that environment. They told her why she was here before they hired her. Okay, she knew she wasn't there. She knew she wasn't there because she was productive, competitive, and they was expecting what she know to help out. They didn't need her help. They needed her complexion. And they told her that from day one. They told her that from day one, fellas. She said it out her own mouth. All right. I'm not saying that they wasn't racist. All right. I'm saying that this ain't the first time. This ain't going to be the last time. You can't cry about it. You either leave or you stay there and do it and deal with it. All right. But you can't come crying about it, knowing the situation that you was going in. And then when won't nobody listen to you and you ain't going to be able to change everybody and they ain't going to adjust so you can be happy, you're going to start this. All right. What you're going to do is you make it so don't nobody want to deal with you because you come with this. All right. In the next place you try to go, baby girl, they going to know you did this at the last place you was at. Trust me.
About these things. I even had to take a mental health leave because of this. It was messing with me every single day. The way they treated me, it was like they were micromanaging me a lot. So the Korean culture, like work culture, is very different. I get that. But the way I'm saying they're micromanaging me, every employee at Evan, New York, they have to write down their daily tasks in Asana, right? The daily tasks, you have to put each hour what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So mine, I had to make sure I put like, I edited 10 videos today. I posted this. I emailed this person. I reached out to influencers. I did this. Like my Asana had a whole book of things. And I would get emails when my coworkers would post on their Asana, like upload.
Family, she knew why she was there. And when she couldn't change their mind and prove that them she was good enough to fit in, she turned into a victim. She turned into a victim. And see, all she got to do is get on here and say this. And you see what'll start happening? You see what'll start happening, fellas? It's the same thing. I see it all the time. And it just don't stop.
So this Korean beauty conversation is really at an all-time low. And I really fear for this beautiful girl because this conversation, of course, runs a lot deeper than Lace Glue and Euphoria and their makeup debacle. Okay? The reason why is because we are the top consumers of beauty products. 86%, we account for like 86% of sales, but we are being cut out of the conversation at every single level, and the only way that that is going to change is if we stop spending money with these racist companies. And
Family, let me explain something to you. You know how many companies you spend your money with every day that can't stand the sight of you? All right, listen, a lot of them. A lot of them. And what I'm telling you is you can't do nothing about that. And until you accept you, you're going to always care about who don't accept you. Once you accept you and you fine with you, then you don't care who don't accept you. See, because I don't care where nobody don't want me at, because I can always come home. All right, I ain't got to go nowhere I ain't want it, because I can just come home where they love me at, where I know what I mean to them. All right, because that's what I built here. All right, that's what I try to build in my community with my brothers. That's why I come here, to build the camaraderie so we can band together and we could grow with a mindset of being together, moving it accordingly. But you see, y'all want to do this. Y'all want to just stay in y'all feelings, complaining about what somebody ain't give y'all or somebody don't like y'all. So what? Grow up. Put an H on your chest. Get behind your men. Believe in your men. Support your men. And you won't have to be whining about how different other races of men treating y'all because they worried about their women. They ain't worried about our women.
Every single thing, guys. I just felt like, what is going on? You know what made it worse? The CEO of the company decided that I need to start having presentations with him, the vice president, HR, and the whole marketing team. And I had to let him know exactly what I was doing. I had to show him every post that I made, everything that I edited, everything, outreach to influencers, every single thing. So at this point, I'm a little frustrated because it's like now it's new other Koreans coming in doing the same thing, like marketing and things like that in the same marketing room. And no one has had to do this presentation.
Baby girl, you think that's because you keep whining and you keep screaming and you keep stomping your feet and now you a focal point of the office as a problem and somebody you don't want to be associated with because you got these feelings that you feel that's going on around you and maybe they are and maybe they not. But if this environment is making you feel so uncomfortable and making you feel so bad, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just leave, baby girl? I know why. I know why. All right. Listen, you know about how much we get in the whole story, fellas.
On your back while you work. He knew that I was going to get hired for the position, what I do, and everything like that. So for you to be talking to me saying like, I just don't see what you do and I don't get your job. And are you even happy here? Because if you're not happy here, then you can get out. He told me that.
He ain't tell you nothing but the goddamn truth, baby girl. He ain't tell you nothing but the goddamn truth. Believe that.